Hey, what up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you talking about the September 8th edition of Monday Night Raw coming up. Basically, last night, WWE put a big, huge poster board up trying to get Michael Sam to come to WWE RAW, and it seems like it's almost like it's getting a backlash of people talking about WWE trying to exploit Michael Sam being the first, I guess you can say, gay athlete in the NFL to come out. Honestly, I thought Michael Sam was a great player at Missouri. He put up great stats going into the 2014 NFL draft, and I think that honestly, Michael Sam more than likely probably got some bad advice from whoever was representing him going into the draft. I think that honestly, 2014 should be very accepting time. You know, in my life, I've grown in California. California, of course, everybody always thinks of San Francisco, a very openly gay sort of community out there. I think when a lot of people think about California, they think of us all being homos and things like this. But, honestly, I'm on the understanding, I've even lived down in the South where, honestly, where I went to high school and I didn't know one. I honestly don't think I met a gay person until I moved back to California. And the first time I met that person was somebody that I was friends with. This person came out to me, and it was during the point when he was coming out and telling everybody that we work with. And I was cool with it. I mean, like, I was his friend before, I'm going to be his friend after. I don't really understand why the world still has a problem with this. A lot like this. I don't understand how the world still has a problem with racism, which I guess you can easily say is a problem that still runs wild in the United States. I don't understand why everybody cannot just sort of accept everybody for who they are and just sort of, we all got to live in this one place together. It doesn't matter if we're talking about, the state you live in, the city you live in, the country you live in, or the world you live in. Like, we all got to get along. There's just we don't have a whole lot of time here to do these things, but basically, I don't understand why Michael Sam is not in the NFL. Basically, I thought he really was a great player for the St. Louis Rams. How they were not able to find a spot for him on their roster still does not make any sense to me. If you look at what the team is doing, from the head coach Jeff Fisher, quarterback Sam Bradford, Laurinaitis. The main people on this football team, it seemed like the main problem that was in St. Louis with Michael Sam making that team, honestly, was with I guess you can say the writers that covered the team, always trying to press and always trying to find some sort of story. The story that came out about the showering situation, about him waiting to take a shower after everybody else had showered, sort of showing respect to all the players. It was a very stupid story to write. I understand why it was written. A writer has to write a story and he has to find one. But the way that he created that story was kind of stupid. If the guy nobody on the Rams said, you're going to wait and take a shower after us, or you're not allowed in the shower with us. He knew he was in a special spot, and he sort of waited for everybody else. I mean, people are trying to recreate the Jackie Robinson story basically in 2014, and I don't really think that was it. Honestly, as a 49er fan, we have some problems with our defensive line right now. We got a player who his pregnant girlfriend, and he's probably going to more likely be suspended for 6 to 8 games sooner than later. Michael McDonald. We've got Aldon Smith, who has his own trouble, where he shows up at the freaking airport telling everybody he's got a bomb in his bag. He was arrested for drunk driving for the second time in a year last year. He's going to be sitting on the bench for 9 games this upcoming season. I know that the 49ers don't really play the style of offense. The style of defense that Michael Sam plays, but there's a spot on the San Francisco 49ers. I don't understand why nobody's called Michael Sam and offered him a spot, why he doesn't have a spot, but I think this is why WWE is offering him this spot to come onto TV and try to do this. It doesn't really make sense. Michael Sam is a player that was born in Texas. He went to college in Missouri. He was drafted and he practiced for the St. Louis Rams. Raw is in Baltimore. It doesn't fit in with anything that's going down with WWE. They want to go up against Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw wants to go up against Monday Night Football. They've got 2 games on Monday. One is the San Diego Chargers playing against the Arizona Cardinals. The other one, I believe, is the I can't remember what the other game was, but they aren't spectacular Monday night games. Everybody's got to have their attention on the Thursday game. I think a lot of attention is going to be on the Niner game against the Cowboys on Sunday. I mean, those are your primetime games, of course, because it's the first game of the season. Most eyes are going to be on that Thursday game more than anything else. Everybody's going to be jumping crowded around the TV for Red Zone TV. But Monday Night Football always is going to be Monday Night Football. First game of the season, they always offer two games, an East Coast game and a West Coast game to get you into the NFL season. Raw more than likely is going to get their butt kicked. Michael Sam is not what's going to, put ratings on the screen. What's going to put ratings on the screen is Brock freaking Lesnar. Why you would not make that call, I've got no idea. Michael Sam more than likely will not make his trip to Monday Night Raw. I think WWE is trying to get some publicity out of the deal, but I do not understand why in a week any team in the NFL is not going to have a spot on the practice squad, at least for Michael Sam. He's going to be on somebody's roster. The only way that I can really see him making the trip is if he gets signed by the Ravens, and the Ravens sign him to the practice squad, and they have a game at home where basically they're already in Baltimore on Monday for Monday Night Raw. So I got no idea. But I got no clue, people. If he wants to play football, let him play football. Do I think the NFL has some sort of blacklist against him? I honestly want to say no, but this guy's good enough that he should be on a team somewhere. I know that you have to cut somebody to make a spot for him, but as a 49er fan, this is the spot that makes sense. We need help on our defensive line right now. We got a great defensive line, but we're missing two of our players for almost half the season. One guy's out 6 weeks sooner than later. One guy's out 9 weeks already. Let's get this done. Come on, Niners. You're smarter than this.